my name is Andrea Gomez. I am a currently a student in the Certificate in Computer Information Systems program with a networking concentration here at CIAT. I found out on the internet. I was doing a small research. I had been looking for a little while. I wanted an option that offered me flexibility to go at my own pace, but not that much freedom because I came across other different options that did offer like preparation to take the certifications and everything, but they were like, okay, these are the materials, you go over them and we'll review them within 2 weeks. And that's not exactly what I wanted. So I came across the IAT because they were the only option that offered me that freedom of, I cannot make it to class today, but I can take the class tomorrow, maybe their recording session. And also because I was looking for an option that actually helped me get certified, like actual certifications, not just preparation to take the certification on my own whenever I wanted to. They do walk you through everything. So that's how I came across CIAT. Of course, as many of us, I think, was looking for a career change. I had been doing retail for almost all of my working life, and I wanted something that I could do from home. That was my priority. Changing into an industry that would allow me to work from home, and also the fact that it's an ever-growing industry. You can tell every day there are new technologies, like we live it on a daily basis, and new technologies, new programs, new threats, new everything. So that was quite another big reason why I decided to dive into IT. There are so many areas that you can, open up to once you get into IT. People think it's just like, oh, so you work like, I don't know, fixing computers or something like that. And it's not just that. There's so many things you can do. I think there's something for everybody, really. Okay, well, there were two things that helped me quite a lot. Three things. The first thing is obviously the class. They're very thorough into every topic. The assignments and everything, they really help you prepare to take the test. But also, once you're ready to take the test and you get in contact with career services, student services, they provide you with like practice tests that you can go over as many times as you need until you feel comfortable to take the actual test. But also another thing that was super helpful, and I cannot stress this enough, was the test prep workshops, which is like this meeting in which it's guided by an instructor. They go over these review questions for the certification. And the very helpful thing is that it's not just question and answer. It's they go over every answer and like, why is this the correct answer? Why is this not the correct answer? So as you go on every question, you are actually learning a little bit more about other different things that are also going to be included. Well, as I mentioned, once you get into IT, you start learning about all the different things you can turn to. And at the beginning, I still am focused on cybersecurity. But as of now, I just want to tackle all of my certifications. I want to earn all of those badges and be done with them. And then I would like to start at an entry-level position just to gain that actual, like, practical knowledge, not just the theory. And something that I think about maybe on the long run would be digital forensics. This is how I uh tell people who are not really into IT about. And it's like, those all of those TV shows where they like go over crimes, and there's always this IT person that is like going through laptops and different devices and trying to find like clues to help solve the crime and whatnot. That's sort of like what digital forensics is. It's been fantastic. It's been way better than I expected. And I knew it was going to be a good experience even before I started like my classes and everything. But it's been beyond it's wait a second. I want to say it has gone beyond my expectations. Um, Everybody's been super helpful. I remember since the first time I came across their website, I was like, okay, this is it. When I found out about all of the certifications and the degrees they offer, I immediately requested like a meeting or a phone call. The next day, first thing in the morning, I received a phone call, and I remember her name, Elizabeth. She was like my career advisor. And everybody else I've met after her, they've been super nice. As I said, everybody's always willing to help. Personally, this is the first time I study here in the United States. I grew up in Mexico. All my prior school education had been in Mexico. So I was a little nervous about, trying out going to school here in the United States. And now that I think of it, I've been very lucky to have come across CIAT because they have been the best from like career choices and figuring out which would be the best path for me to start in, and to like financial aid and everything. They've been so helpful. I have no words to describe how grateful I am. It's been a great experience. I will definitely come back. Right now, I'm just focusing on finishing my certificate. But I will definitely come back later to take another certification because I know that in the future I will need to prepare myself even further. So yeah, I will definitely continue coming back to CIAT. It's been a very satisfying experience. I didn't really pay much attention to this before until people actually started asking me, like, are there any other women in your class? Do you have any women instructors, or do you know any other women that work in the field? And that's when I started noticing, like, you know what? We are like clearly outnumbered here. But I mean, if anything, it's been a good thing because schools and organizations and like scholarships are focusing on helping women, thrive and have a successful STEM career, including me, which I applied to the Women in Technology Scholarship, which I was awarded with. So yeah, it's been great. I always try to look at the bright side of things. So instead of being like, oh, there's not many women, I'm like, well, let's take advantage of that. So it's been great here at CIAT. Since I first started, like, trying to gather information and everything, that's one of the first things they told me, that they had several scholarships I could apply to, and they mentioned the Women in Technology Scholarship. So yeah, that's something I definitely took advantage of. Well, as I mentioned before, studying here in the United States for the first time was kind of intimidating because it's not the same as we do things in Mexico. I was a little, not scared, but like just worried that I might not do things right, or I might not make it, or um, the language, for example. It's English is not my first language, and I knew everything was going to be in English, which is not a problem, but it's always a little intimidating. So that was one struggle. And another struggle that I always talk about is that I have a kid, and he just started going to school as well at the same time that I enrolled in school. So I thought that was gonna be like, I thought, what a perfect time. It's gonna work out so well. He'll be going to school, and then I'll have time to like work on my assignments and read and this and that. And turns out that kids, when they first start going to school, especially toddlers, they tend to get very sick. So he's been getting sick like almost every other week. So that's been a struggle trying to like work everything, having a sick kid at home and working on my assignments. But again, one thing that CIAT offers is that flexibility to work at your own pace, which is something that I don't think I would have found in any other school. So yeah, that's probably the two biggest challenges I have come across this past year. I would say don't think too much about it. Focus on what's in front of you. I know it might be overwhelming looking at all of the different areas you can dive into. And it is, I mean, it's a good thing to have a plan, to have a vision of where you want to be, what you want to be doing within the next 5, 10 years. That's great. By all means, work on that. But you need to start somewhere. So just go ahead, don't think too much about it. Take the first step, put in the work, and success will follow. 10 out of 10. Every day I would recommend coming to CIAT. It's, for me, it's been one of the best choices I have ever made, honestly. And I cannot stress this enough how great they have been. This is an amazing experience, and I wish more people get to experience it as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it to anybody out there looking to start a career change or further their education in IT. This is absolutely the best place to start.